Alrighty, incredible greetings. Incredible greetings, everyone. All right, let's get this all shared out. T minus an hour and 10 minutes, 8 minutes really, until I'm not going to say the ultimate Canva training starts because there is a lot more. We're going to scratch the surface tonight in my Canva training, but it's going to be like you've never experienced it before. Like how I teach is very unique. And even with the basics and essentials of it all, it will blow your mind. Okay. It will give you an understanding of Canva and how to attack it that you just won't receive on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all the little short clips that just kind of go into the thing, right? And it jumps into a project and they don't take the time to really explain things. This is why you have issues with your sizing, things not coming out correctly when you go to print them, sizing, just knowing what size to use, knowing how to arrange things and set up designs. How can you change colors? Can you change colors? Can you remove pixels? Can you alter things the same way that you would, like if you are a Cricut user? Like, is there a slice function or a crop function or a subtract function? What can you do with Canva? That's what makes me unique in my approach to classes, because I don't just jump into teaching you a design, because you will only be equipped to create that design or things similar. The moment you want to create something that is totally and absolutely different, it's a totally different ball game. And it can become very, very frustrating. If you don't understand the things that you cannot do when you approach it, treating it like it's this super program that can just do anything, it leaves you feeling a little uneasy and ready to just not deal with the software, or not say software, not deal with the program at all, because it's like, man, I can't get this to do what I'm thinking. And you're going to drive yourself crazy because you can't. But most people don't take the time to explain to you the things that you cannot do. They're always glorifying and highlighting the things that you can do. But what makes you want to give up, I have come to learn, are the things that you cannot do, and you don't know that you cannot do it. So you keep trying over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it's not getting anywhere. So that's my superpower, and that's where I come in at. I have been asked so many times by those who have taken so many of my classes to put that professor spin, that professor touch, in really breaking down the essentials and the fundamentals to set you up for success. And this is going to be our first session doing this. This is a trial run. I will say that, because y'all know I'm a silhouette girl. I feel like there's nothing that you can't do in silhouette as long as you're able to download the elements and the fonts and things of that nature. And then maybe with a little bit of help of other programs, because you can't like remove backgrounds, like complex backgrounds in Silhouette Studio, but there's so much that you can do in Silhouette Studio. And that's my program of choice, but I am going, it's been asked so many times of me, especially after I did that video to teach Zion Imani, like to help him with his sight words. And I put that out. I got so many inboxes asking, well, man, like, wow, how'd you do that? Now that one is a little bit more on the advanced side and probably will take its own dedicated class with learning how to really create presentations like that and set your timing and things of that nature. But it brought up a lot of questions. I think people didn't realize that I actually utilized Canva, and your girl I'm kind of sweet with it. I don't do a lot of like designs for shirts and tumblers and things like that in there, but your girl kind of sweet with it. I like it for marketing. I like it for flyers, videos and presentations and things of that nature. Amazing for ebooks and journals and all of the things. A lot of people who are creating coloring books for KDP or just digital ones, they are using Canva because it allows you to do it on the go. So That's one of the things that we are going to explore. I'm going to, in my class, like really break down the true benefits and how you can utilize it in your creative endeavors. I didn't realize that my camera was so far up. And let me raise my seat because I just realized I look really short on the playback. All right. So I kind of talked. So for those who don't like when I'm just kind of silent, but now you're going to get a bunch of silence because I still need to share this out, right? So if you're watching the playback, you're going to get some idea of what we're going to talk about. This is not the class. I'm going to tell you that. You got to pay for the information. It's not expensive. Promise you, it's not expensive for you to get an inside look and get like a really, really good look at Canva. It's a small investment for what you're going to get for about 2, and with Q&A, maybe 3 hours. I'm tell y'all, this I'm packing a whole lot into it. We are starting a little bit late, but it's for my Central, my Mountain, and my Pacific folk. So we are starting at 7:30 versus my standard 6:30 so that we're not there too late. But this is going to be one where I'm going to give you so much information, but like all of my classes, you have unlimited access to the playbacks. You just have to allow 48 hours for the playbacks to be uploaded. But we're going to go through a lot. It's going to be a true crash course. All right. So I'm going to tell you about all the information. I'm going to take a little look into Canva, especially for those who don't know what Canva is and just kind of like, hey, do I need this training? Should I attend just to kind of see what's up? I'm going to show you a little bit about Canva and just how it works, what it looks like, what the costs are for it. Is there a free option? Is everything paid? We're going to dive into all of that. I'm going to answer a few of your questions if you can't make it tonight. I never leave you guys hanging. I love a teaching moment. So, of course, I am willing to answer questions for you guys. So I'm going to answer a few questions and just kind of give you guys a quick look at Canva and what to expect in our training tonight. It's a part of our Creative Lounge. So if you are already enrolled in the Creative Lounge, this session is going to be included. It's already there. Just go to your dashboard. It's there. But if not, and you just want to take the Canva one just to kind of see, you're not ready to commit to a monthly subscription with our Creative Lounge, you can attend just the Canva course. And then, hey, from there, you might consider joining our Creative Lounge program, because for future classes, you get a whopping 60% off of classes when you're in the Creative Lounge. Okay. So let me get this all shared out. How are you guys doing? Drop a hey, how you doing? In the chat, let me know where you are watching from. Let me know what you do in the creative space as well. I'm gonna mention it again, but if you are on now, let me know if you are already using Canva and if you are thriving or struggling with using Canva. Whew. Almost done. Wow. The way that it has me like this is kind of crazy. All right, let me see. Let's go ahead and get our share on over here. Now, if you guys check the description of this video, there should be direct links. But even before I get into it, if you are interested in Canva and taking the class, like I said, it's $25.63 if you're going to do a one-time payment. If you need to use buy now, pay later options such as Sezzle, Klarna, or Afterpay, there is a buy now, pay later option. It's $30.65, so it's a little bit more because of the way that that whole setup is done when it comes to buy now, pay later. But you can go over to the website and enroll. If you are new to our classes, you want to go and sign up early because you do have to go through a second email to finish setting up. Like if you decide to enroll via our shop site where you can build rewards points to go towards future classes, and if you need to use Sezzle, then when you sign up, if you don't create an account on our Academy site first, it will send you like a couple different emails, one of which is an express sign up, and you have to go through that to set your password. If you go straight to our Academy site after you have purchased the class and you've never taken a class with us, it won't let you create a new account or set a password. You have to go through that email. So you can do one of two things. If you need to use Sezzle, like you prefer to use Sezzle, then go to the Academy site, create a free account first, then go back to the shop site and enroll and choose Sezzle and all that. Just make sure that the emails match. Don't click anything that says shop pay, exit out of that, cancel, and then just make sure that you sign up with the same email, and then it will automatically be on your dashboard. But I will get more into that right after I finish sharing all of this out. Okay. Okay, we are now officially all shared out. I just realized something. Hold on one moment. Uno momento, because I forgot to put the class on the main part of our shop site. So let me go over here and do that. It stays on my mind, and now I'm officially. Okay, there we go. So that is now on the website, on the main page. Easy to find if the links are not working for you. Okay, cool beans. So we are all shared out. Drop a hey, how you doing? And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and do my official introduction. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Shakia Lavelle, also known as Shakia the Professor. Our company is HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink. If you are into sublimation, you got to try out the paper. It is on its lowest price of the season sale right now. So go over to the website and check that out. With our paper, you're going to get it done quicker, more efficiently, and using like less resources 365 degrees, 30 seconds. So you don't have to bake in your creative space. You're going to get it done, get your orders done a lot faster, profit that money a whole lot faster. You can use plain paper, bright white. You don't have to use premium matte. So you're going to save on ink. You're going to still get vibrant colors. You can save on butcher paper because no butcher paper is required because it doesn't bleed through. So unless you're doing something where it has a bleed around the side and it's going to gas off, and mess up your bottom platen, you want to put butcher paper underneath, but it will not come out of the back and get on your top platen and then transfer to something else. It's amazing paper. Definitely check it out. Our ink bottles are 140 milliliters. They can be used in eco tanks, as well as the cartridge-based printer. So shop.hsinc365.com for that. You also find all of our classes on there as well. I will tell you, outside of this one, if you're interested, you go on there, you look at some classes, put them in your cart. Those will be on sale for Black Friday through Cyber Monday. So go through, figure out what classes you may potentially want, throw them in your cart. And then when once the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales start, you'll be able to check out. All right. But yeah, I mainly teach Silhouette Studio as far as designing. I'm a Silhouette girl. I have 7 cameos, 3 originals, a 2, a 2, a 3, and 2 4s. Okay. I'm still waiting to get the 5. I'm going to probably get the 5 plus. Definitely never the 5 Pro, but I'll probably get the 5 plus so I can have a 15-inch one and kind of teach from that one. But I'm a Silhouette girl. You can do a lot in Silhouette Studio. A whole lot. This is one of the mouse pads that I did in Silhouette Studio when they were doing like the whole They Not Like Us, that whole craze. And something like this, it's a lot harder to do in Canva. Although I'm teaching it because there are some benefits and some perks to Canva, there are some things where Silhouette Studio just blows it out of the water. So I'm going to forever be a Silhouette girl, and we are still teaching Silhouette classes. But right now, taking a little break, and we're focusing on some other things. I've also taught Photoshop, and now it is Canva's time to shine. And this, like I said, this is going to be more of like an introductory session for Canva. It's straight up 101 and just really getting an understanding of how this program works and how you can utilize it. It doesn't have to replace anything that you are currently using. If Photoshop works for you, let Photoshop continue to work for you. If Silhouette works for you, let it continue to work for you. This is not about replacing any design program. It's about it being complementary. I use Canva in conjunction with Silhouette Studio and Photoshop all the time. Okay. It's not an either or for me. Now, if financially you have to choose one, I'm still going to say go with Silhouette because hello, it's free, or you can pay a one-time fee for the upgraded versions and you don't have to worry about that. Whereas with Canva, you're either going to pay monthly or you're going to pay by the year for it. So if you had to make a choice, I'm still going to always choose Silhouette because you can do so much with it. But if it's not an option, or let's say you were trying to decide between Canva and Photoshop, if you are not really that great with like finding elements, you can, I guess you would say, save a little bit, because with Photoshop, you still have to source the elements and the imagery and all those different things to bring into Photoshop to be able to arrange them and do all those things. You can do more in Photoshop, but it doesn't have those elements that are built in, whereas Canva does. Canva also has a really, really good mobile version, as well as a desktop, whereas Photoshop kind of has one, but it's their mobile version. To me, it just doesn't give what it's supposed to give. The desktop version is way better. Canva's mobile version is not that bad. There are some things that kind of drive me insane, but it's not that bad. Like, it's a really, decent one to use like on the go. I actually will be doing a lot of work in Canva tomorrow because Zanimani has a doctor's appointment that's going to literally last the entire day. So I will be deep into Canva all day tomorrow, kind of finishing up some things and some ebooks and stuff like that over in Canva. So I appreciate the mobile version of Canva, and tomorrow definitely gonna appreciate it. All right. But like I said, I teach everything designing. I use Silhouette Studio as my platform to teach graphic designing concepts, but you can apply what I teach to any program. It's going to be no different for Canva. Now, this one, like I said, is going to be really breaking down the benefits, the pros, the cons, what you can do, what you can't do to ease that frustration. Depending on how tonight goes, we may add this to the fold and kind of have a full-on program to really help you understand Canva and, be self-sufficient in Canva. But for right now, we're going to see how this one goes to see if it will be like how when I do like my memorial or my party favors and things like that, like I do from Silhouette. We got to work our way up to that in Canva. And just me teaching it. I've done it before, but as far as me teaching it, we're going to have to work up to that. Okay. If you have any questions before, as I'm going through this, you can just drop your questions in the chat now. You don't have to wait for me to get to a certain point. If you have questions about Canva, go ahead, drop it in the chat now. Okay. So let's see. Oh, so where my mouse went? Let's see here. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. How are you? Incredible greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He is amazing. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining from Oklahoma. Hello, hello. I love using Canva. It's so intuitive to work with. Hello, struggling with Canva. What are some of your struggles with Canva? Hello from Houston, and I'm trying to use and understand Canva. Well, Phyllis, I'm telling you, our training is where you want to be. I have a very, very, very unique approach to how I teach, and the way I teach will really, really ease a lot of your frustrations because I don't focus on just the good stuff, because the good stuff, when it's good, that's not frustrating. The frustrating part is the things that just don't work out, and you're not understanding, why can't I get this to do this? Right about now, everyone thinks that everything that they see creatively, oh, you can do this in Canva. I can do this in Canva. I can do this in Canva. They want to recreate everything they see in Canva, and you really can't. But you don't know that until maybe like you ask in a group and it takes forever, or you get 30,000 different answers, or you get people saying, oh, well, just send it to me. I'll do it for you for a fee. But your desire is to learn how to do it yourself. It's because you do not fully understand the things that it cannot do and how things work. And that's my superpower. That's where I come in at, to really break that down so that you don't continue to struggle where you don't need to struggle. She says, I love Canva and Silhouette. Incredible greetings. I don't know much about Canva. I use it when I need a transparent background. And that's fine, right? Like if you are just starting out, and because you don't want to necessarily use like Photoshop, and you want to go in there to bring a picture in and remove the background. So if you don't know, Canva acquired, like they did a merger with what was Remove BG to make their background remover feature a whole lot better. So if you've ever used Remove BG and like the free version of it, Canva is basically kind of like, theirs is basically Remove BG. It's like the same, the way it's programmed is kind of like the same, but you have to have Pro in order to be able to like do that or whatever. So it's like, if you get that subscription, you get that background remover, and some people, they use it just for that. I actually made a post the other day about, so I think I have it with my Samsung. I believe I do, but I more so see it from Apple users, where their pictures will save in that HEIC. It's like high efficiency, something, something, something. Well, Photoshop without a plugin won't open those, but you can open those HEIC, I think is how it is, in Canva or even Silhouette, and remove the background or trace and detach, and then be able to use it. So that's one that most people don't realize is a benefit of Canva, is being able to open up those images. Even if you don't remove the background, you would just save it as a JPEG so that it can be read in Photoshop, because you won't be able to utilize those pictures that your clients send you if it is that high efficiency file type. So hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. Hello, hello. Welcome. So no questions. She says, I'm just confused. Then join us. I promise you already, even if you are not able to stay for the whole thing, you have plans tonight, you'll have access to the playback. All of our trainings come with unlimited access to the playbacks. This is a training that will get you access to our student union. So if you have questions, you're never left to your own, your own vices. You can ask questions in our student union, and I'll be there to help you along the way, as well as all the other members. So it's a good investment. $25.63 as a one-time payment, $30.65 if you're going to use buy now, pay later. And you are just with that one purchase, you are getting access to a group, a community that offers help. There are times where when people actually post questions, if I'm able to answer it in video format and give you step-by-step instructions in 15 minutes or less, guess what I do? I go in and I've answered countless questions via video for my students that post their questions in the group. I use Canva a lot. I start with Silhouette, but using the squares jacked me up. What do you mean using the squares? I'm not sure I understand when you say using the squares. Do you mean like the grid lines? All right. Let me see here. I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. I'm like, I know it should be there because actually, yeah, because even Sharia, everything was able to be registered for, and she registered for everything. So I know it's here. As an enrolled student. Let me see, let me make sure. So it says November 2024 sessions, Zoom access, and November 18th is right there. Okay, so yes, it is there. So it's because someone just said they're in Creative Lounge. How do they access it? But I'm like, I just wanted to make sure that the link was showing up, and it is. Right under November sessions. Actually going to put the other sessions in draft mode. That way the one for today is the first one that you see. Okay, cool beans. All right, let's see. I think I'm just not used to the platform. I use Photoshop and Silhouette Studio, no problem, but Canva drives me crazy. It does drive me crazy. So it's not, like I said, it's not something that you have to learn. If Photoshop is working for you, if Silhouette is working for you, there's no major need. Like if you're just creating like designs for tumblers, for t-shirts, for like just graphic designing, like all the craft things, right? You don't necessarily have to go the Canva route unless there is somebody that has put together some sort of template and you like the template. You want to know how to go in there and use a template. So we are going to use a template from the ghostwriter herself, the ghost designer herself, Tay Martin. So I'll kind of show you like when you purchase a Canva template, like how that kind of works with like adjusting elements and things of that nature. But if you see like a Canva template, people get Canva just because they see a template where they don't want to design everything themselves. That's how a lot of people get into it. Like they're satisfied with their design program, but here comes that template and it's like, oh, I like that. I don't have to design it all from scratch. Let me go ahead and buy this template, which means they now have to get Canva, especially if there are Canva Pro elements, like they have to subscribe or, subscribe to Canva and pay for the Pro version. If you need elements, right? I have Creative Fabrica. So I know I can go in there, get SVGs and all sorts of different elements. Some people, some crafters have this block in their mind where they feel like they're doing something wrong by using multiple platforms. multiple design programs. It's like they want to do everything all in one, and that's just not how it works. Even professional graphic designers, those who design for movies and animation and things like that, they're using different programs for things. You have photographers, when they're editing pictures, they might use Photoshop and Lightroom. There's a lot of like, each program just offers different things. So you shouldn't necessarily be looking for something that is all inclusive, because there are some limitations to each and every program. If you are someone that wants to get into the digital side of business, like right now, everything, why they call it digital marketing, I have no idea, because that is, selling digital products is definitely not digital marketing. It's selling a digital product. But there are people that are using it for like creating ebooks and guides, or creating journals, ones that you can use with like, Good Notes, and use your Apple Pen and stuff like that. And people are making a really good living off of doing those things, and being able to do it in Canva just makes life easier. The fact that you can add hyperlinks where it jumps around and things of that nature, it's great. So for things like that, it's great to learn Canva, because Photoshop isn't going to give you that option. So it's not going to give you that option. The Adobe program to be able to do that would be InDesign, and that's like a whole other learning curve, a little bit steeper of a learning curve than Canva is. So depending on what your goals are, it doesn't hurt to add another program to your arsenal. She says sizing. Will you be going over how to design in Canva, or just the basic? So you cannot design in Canva if you do not understand the basic function. I stand on that. Even when it comes to Select Studio, I've always started with the foundation. If I just go in, it'll be irresponsible of me to show you how to design, because designing is a totally different skill, right? Designing is about knowing composition, layout, sizing, how to position things. That is what designing is. Knowing how to click here to add this, that's not designing. That is learning the program. So if your desire is to learn to design, you still need to be in this training to understand where things are located. What can you do with these tools and functions? When it comes to cropping, one of the things that I'm seeing that gets a lot of people who are new to Canva when they are coming from like Photoshop or Silhouette is the ability to stretch and skew images. In Canva, you cannot change the proportions of an image. If you make it bigger, as you're starting to make it bigger, the image itself is going to stretch and it's going to cut off. If you try to make it smaller or push anything in, it's just going to start to cut it off. That is a really big struggle for most people, because I've looked, and I've seen maybe a handful of people that actually mention that about images, and the fact that they stay proportioned, and you cannot alter the proportions of these images in Canva. It's very hard to move things around. In Silhouette, you can pan things. Same thing with like Photoshop. You can pan things around. But in Canva, you only can pan so much. You can, if you make it bigger, it gives you a little bit more space. But at its actual size, you cannot pan it, because it doesn't tile it out to where it will like continue the image. That's a really, really, really important factor that foils up a lot of people, and they get really frustrated because they can't center, especially with like memorials. They can't center their picture. They're creating a button or something and they can't move it around. They can't center, and that person's face is just being cut off. I get questions about that all the time, because no one ever took the time to explain how Canva works. Before you can design, you must understand how the program works. And I know a lot of you guys think that you know how it works. I had a lot of people that thought they knew how Silhouette worked. They had been using it for many, many years, like before me. Like they had it like when it first came out, and they took my class, and it's like, yo, I never knew this was here. I never knew that was there. I never knew this existed. Didn't know I can do this. Dang, I didn't know that I could not do that. Again, the way that I teach is very, very unique. I don't just focus on the good stuff. Everybody wants to jump into designing, but you jump into designing right now, you don't understand design. It's not because you don't understand designing. You don't understand that because you don't understand the program. I can guarantee that. Sizing, downloading and saving in Canva messes me up. I have Canva Pro and Creative Fabrica. I'm trying to sell digital products that customers can edit themselves in Canva. Canva is so popular and they can edit on their phone. Correct. So see, a lot of people have issues with sizing. Like in my notes, like sizing is a very big component of this. It starts with the fact that most of you guys are starting your design pages off incorrectly. You're just choosing something random, and then when you want to go and print and all that stuff, it is completely off because you don't know how to properly set up your design file. Can you save the image to your computer, send it to Silhouette, Cricut? Yes. So with Canva, you have to save it. You can never, ever, ever print from Canva. You can print with Canva through Canva, meaning it's going to be outsourced to a print company, and then they will mail you your prints. But you cannot just like design in Canva like you can in Silhouette, hit a button to hit print, and it's going to print what's on that page. You have to download it or save it, because someone debated me up and down. You can save it. I'm like, it's the same thing, love. On your mobile device, when it gives you the arrow that goes down to save, whatever's the last thing you had, it will automatically do that. But that line that goes up for downloading, it's doing the same exact thing. Man, she went back and forth with me in a post, and I'm just like, girl, you can have it. If that's what you want to believe, girl, have that. Okay. I'm not going to argue with you, but saving and downloading is the same thing. So that's all that you can do is save it or download it. Once you do that, then you are able to take that into any program and be able to print from it and even modify it. But there's some things about that I can only tell you in the class. I can't be saying it on here because, some people they don't understand. All right, so hold on. Let me. Why did you go to digital mouse ears? Ooh, we got 30 minutes until class starts. I'm telling y'all, you want to make sure that you are in the room. We have a 10-minute grace period from when the time starts. This is going to be a long class, so I am going to be on it right at 7:40. Right at 7:40, okay? Eastern Standard Time. That's 6:40 Central, 5:40 Mountain or Pacific, like depending on, Mountain, and then what I said, 7, 6, 5, 4 Pacific, and I think some Mountain Time, or because they don't do the time change or something like that. But you get the idea. Okay, I'm going to share. I'm going to pull this up. Actually, I'll just get rid of me. So you can sign up one of two places. If you go to our shop site, we're going to scroll down. Here it is, right? There's a one-time payment. If you're going to just go pay with your PayPal account, pay with your credit card, your debit card, one-time payment, $25.63. If you need to use a buy now, pay later option, shop pay with installments, buy now, pay later through PayPal, Sezzle, you must use the buy now, pay later option, which is $30.65. It should come out to about 4 payments of $7.66, somewhere in there. Okay. But when you enroll here, you're going to instantly start to build up your rewards points, which can be used towards future purchases. So I always encourage people to kind of, get their classes here. You will not receive any type of download or email that's going to take you to the Zoom, because we have an academy site that houses all of our classes. Okay. That is 365 Creative Academy. You can also purchase it here. It also has the option of buy now, pay later, or the regular price. Once you purchase it, you're going to see, or it's not going to say buy, it's going to say start or resume. and it's going to take you to where you will be able, like here, you're not going to see it. But once you're on your dashboard, I can't go to it because then you guys would see the Zoom link. But it will have the Zoom link there. You click on it, you're going to register, and then it's going to send you an email with your Zoom, like with the link to join the Zoom. Okay, so it is a multi-step process. We always have you register for the Zoom session. So you register, you're going to get an email, and then that email you'll be able to click on that and then join the session. Okay. If you sign up here and you have never taken a class with us before, you are going to get an email that says it's going to be a thank you one. It's going to tell you about, how our Academy site works, but then you also are going to get another one. Check your spam. It's going to come from us and it's going to say your express sign up. It's like express sign up. That's how you create your password. You must create your password through that email. You must create your password through that email in order for it to show up on your dashboard here. Okay. In order for it to show up on your dashboard, you have to do that. Or if you want to fast track it, go over to learn.365 Creative Academy right now. Go in and create a free account. So it says sign in, but you're going to create a new account. You create that new account. If you can purchase it over here. Now you can just go straight through it, go to that link, get it, purchase it. Especially if you want to use Klarna or Afterpay, you have to do that here. We do not have Klarna or Afterpay on the main site. The main site only has Sezzle. So if you want to use Klarna, Afterpay, or Cash App, you have to do it through the Academy site. Okay? So you'll create an account and you can sign up through here. Or create the account if you want the rewards points to use towards future classes. Once you create the account, come back over here, check out, make sure that the emails match, and immediately that course will be on your dashboard here. Okay? Is there a course on your page for one-on-one? So not a course, but you can book a one-on-one session with me. If you want to book a one-on-one session with me, go over to search and type in help. It is $53.65 per hour. So you're going to go here to the full help session and you will sign up there. Make sure that you read the description. It tells you how to complete the process for your one-on-one session. But yes, you can book a one-on-one session with us. Well, with me. She says, yes, I do PDF from Canva, download, save, and print. I'm going to open up a project that I have over here. Let me go back over to my designs. All right. So this is a more complex setup, but I'll show you how you'll get to see kind of like how this goes. Like, I love the fact that I can do this in Canva. And I still have to do the voiceover for it to call out the words to him. But the fact that once I get this done, my son will be able to put it on his iPad and just play, and I don't have to say the sight words every single time. So there is the sight word, the high frequency or sight words one. This particular one, I think, this does have the words too. So I have one where it's the words and then it also spells out. So this is done in Canva. Like, you can create learning resources. If you are a teacher and you want to create learning resources for your class to make your life 1,000 times easier, you can do that in Canva and have this to where you can upload it to a YouTube channel exclusively for your students, right? You can make it where it can, if you put it's for kids, it can show up on YouTube Kids. If their devices are limited to the YouTube Kids one, if you go in and put it, set it up a certain way, they can watch it from their YouTube Kids account. So for teachers, this is a really great resource to incorporate for your class. But we have this for Zip Learning, which is my son's, and that's the tutoring that company that we're setting up for primary age kids and just getting them set up properly. So this was something that I kind of created. So it's each one of their sight words is set up into 2-minute bursts because kids' attention spans is small. So I set these up in like 2-minute videos for them to learn their sight words. So something that you definitely can do in Canva. So I'm just going to go back over here. You can set up flyers for your business, social media post. We are going to actually work from some templates. These are from NOLA Girl Designs, Tay Martin. So I'm actually going to kind of show templates because I think someone did say like, everyone's getting into like the template. So how do you go about like adjusting it and changing your photos and keeping the elements that are here? So we're going to show you, how to do that from a template, how to add some of those elements. So there will be some design components to tonight's session, but it's mainly going to be about getting you to really, really, really understand this program, okay? And like I said, you can sign up 2 places, directly from our regular website or go straight over to the Academy site, and it's right here, all right? So I was doing that to kind of stall. I'm giving you guys an opportunity to ask me questions about Canva. That way you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to invest in starting the process to learn it. But if there are no questions, I'll hop off because I did my part and let you guys know that we have an amazing session tonight. It's going to start in about 30 minutes or so. But if you have questions for me, now is your opportunity to ask, especially if you know that you're not going to come to my class. I'm giving you an opportunity to take advantage of me and, hey, get your questions in. When you type in help, it's just like it's the first thing that pops up. It's 5365. So you go to search and you type help. It's going to be the first option that pops up, 5365. It's not on the Academy site. Again, it's not a course. You have to be on the shop site. My Academy site is for courses. 101 is not a course. That is a private session that you're setting up. So you set that up on the shop.hsinc365.com website, not the Academy site. God dang it. Ooh, I see someone because they have been purchasing things with us. They had their rewards points all built up and they just got access to this class for $0. Telling y'all, building up rewards points, it comes in handy. So she's now going to be able to learn with us tonight, and she paid $0 because she redeemed her rewards points. I love to see it, love to see it, love to see it. Last call. Okay, so It's our, if you've ever purchased anything from us, so the same place that you go and you buy, have you ever purchased summation paper or ink from us? Have you ever purchased any classes from us? It's the same website. The link is in the description of the video. Our regular HS Ink website. Will we need Canva Pro to create the educational videos that you just showed us? Also, will there be a replay of the live training? Every last one of my classes come with a unlimited access to the replay. We just ask that you allow 48 hours for like the broken down version stuff to be uploaded. But every single last one of my classes comes with unlimited access to replays. So it's not necessarily Canva Pro that gives you ability to do the videos, but there are certain transitions that are only available in Pro. So anything that's, oh wait, I'm no longer sharing. So let me add this. So anything that has a crown on it, you must have Pro in order to use it. So let's just say I put this here, right? I'm going to go to animate. Now, all of these, you can go and you can do them and you can allow it to flash and all of those things, and you don't need Pro for any of these transitions. Now, certain elements, certain backgrounds and things like that, you may need Canva Pro for those elements. But as far as the animations of it all, no, you can just put apply the animations to the elements. How do you fade the edges of an image? You cannot fade the edges of an image in Canva to where you are actually fading the image edges. Now, what some people will do is use no different than a fade bar, like how I sell fade bars for for Silhouette Studio. Well, it can be used for anything, but it's a PNG kind of like just brush stroke. They kind of have that in Canva as well. So actually, here's one right here. Well, this one is a Pro one. So although you can use it, you see what it does? It will put lines over it. So you would not be able to download this because it has, it'll have the watermark if you try and download it. Because this is the dummy account. So I have Canva Pro, but not on this one. So you would have to utilize this and use a bunch of them to fade things off. Let me pull up. So let's see if I go here, I'm going to go back to Canva and we'll just use, okay, I'll come, let's see, which one do I want to use? Here, I'll do Frankie Beverly since, all right. So here, so I'm going to pull this up. You're going to see how many it took to cover that. So the bottom of his image is like a straight line. You can't just blur that out. So I can use, like in this case, because it was cloud, so I use one that was more of a cloud. You can see it's kind of sparse. So you're going to have to keep duplicating and duplicating and duplicating until it is thick enough to mask off that bottom edge, and he'll look like he's kind of fading into a cloud. Now, if my background was a solid color, now that becomes a little bit more like, it's a little bit more noticeable. So if I go in, I'm just going to delete all of these and we're going to go over here to elements and we're going to go to blur. Let's see, this one, can we change? So some of them have an option where you can just click on it and change the color. This is not one. Well, you can still kind of sort of do it. Like if I go over to edit, let's go to dual tones, and then I'll just click on any one of them. I'll click here, sample the blue, And then I'm going to come here and sample the blue so that it becomes, well, not blue, teal. So it becomes teal. And then if I put that there, you still end up having to do a couple of them. So I can make him look and appear as if he's blended off, but it's with the background. The moment that background changes, then that blur becomes visible. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, you've never purchased anything from us. So you're going to go to our website, shop.hsink365.com. Shop, or just go to www.hsink365.com. Either one works. HS, or just search Honestly Speaking. That'll also bring it up. But hsink365.com is our regular website where you will go to book a one-on-one session, or click on the second link that's in the description of this video. It'll get you to the website, and then you can just hit search. Okay. If you get a chance after to message me, I have found the course and apparently I have made a purchase before. I also wanted this like help for basic silhouette, but it says 927. Okay, 927. You mean as far as like 927? I'm not sure what you mean. So for silhouette, the thing that you want to sign up for, if you want to book a one-on-one session, you can. There's only so much that you're going to learn in an hour. My Essentials of Silhouette Studio, which is currently 50% off with the code SSGiving50, SSGiving50 is 50% off. And that is this training right here. If you are wanting to learn how to use Silhouette Studio, this is what you will need, okay? This gives you access to the 30-day training, the 13-week refresher, the 10-week refresher. Everything that you will possibly need to understand Silhouette Studio. And then we have different design classes that you can take to understand designing, composition, and layout. If you want to book a one-on-one to ask specific questions, sure. When you book it, once you email me, I'll ask you what it is that you're wanting to focus on so I can get an idea so we can maximize your hour. But there is no way I will ever be able to teach you Silhouette Studio in a 1-hour session. This program is well over 60 some odd hours of learning. Okay, sign up for this. Sign up for this one first, because I'll be honest, like trying to go through it all, it's for a one-on-one session. I tell anyone that books a one-on-one session, it is better for you to come in with specific questions. Just to get an idea, join the group programming. Join the group one. That way, the questions that, like the things that you don't quite understand, you can get clarity on that. This particular class is going to be probably, like, we're not even getting into design, about 3 hours. So if you're only booking 2, which I don't do anything more than that when it comes to one-on-one sessions, because I'll be burnt out. In just like kind of a one-on-one setting, it's different than being in a group setting. And when I have my curriculum planned, if it's not planned out and it's just kind of like random questions, it gets kind of intense. So I would recommend that you sign up, that you join us in about 10 minutes here. And if you still want to book the one-on-one session, you can, to go over specific things. That will be my recommendation. All of our classes are here, love. So now that you're on the website, all of our classes are here. The Canva one that I'm referring to is the one right here. That's the one that's going to start in 10 minutes. Essential Silhouette Studio is here. The code SSGiving50 will get you 50% off. And then if you go under classes and playbacks, we have a ton of other classes here. But like I said, for those, like all the older classes, you can put them in your cart. We're going to have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale when it comes to classes. That's what I run my Black Friday. Cyber Monday sales on is, all of our classes, you get them at really great prices. So you can put some in your cart, like memorial, party favors, pricing, fans, like grad fans. We actually have a new one coming up where it's not a lot of people are getting more into spirit and sports fans. So we're going to kind of do one that's more so based around that. Silhouette First Cuts is actually, we're doing that one. That was coming back up to go over all of that. We have Photoshop, Foundations of Designing, Face Switch Up. Like I said, I'm trying to find the one that is for text effects, party decor, and party favors, learning how to make your own SVGs, memorial designs. Like, we have a ton of classes. Doing something that's essentials is the tip of the iceberg. You have to get continual training in order to be better and more efficient in how you utilize these programs. One class will never be enough. If you just need the tools broken down, Essential Silhouette Studio. That's what you'll need. So if you want to go over Canva and Silhouette, you would have to book 2 separate sessions. I don't do 2 programs in one session. You would literally need to book 2 separate sessions on 2 different days. Well, if you're not a video learner, I mean, that's what the class is too. So I'm not sure if you've really ever taken my class. A lot of people say they're not a video learner until they take my class. So if you feel like you're not a video learner, this is $25. You cannot beat that. You're probably holding yourself back, and you probably could have been way ahead if you would stop have this thing in your head that I'm not a video learner because you've taken other people's classes and they did not match your learning style. The way that I teach is very, very, very unique. Okay. So you can start here. Start here. Well, this is a lot more informational, but I will allow you to click on certain things. But when I'm teaching, we do kind of a I do, we do, you do in the group session. So if you've never taken one, try it. If you want to see how it is to like really learn like a design or something, purchase one of the design challenges. They're only $5.63. These are the design challenges from last year, not this year. So if you go here, like right here, pick any one of these, pick all 7. But you can try out one, like let's say like the tracing one. Purchase that, and you're going to see the steps in the process. If you are able to accomplish that trace from a video, quote unquote, video teaching, it's not like it's a class where I'm pre-recording it. No one is there. I'm answering questions. So people who are just like you, who are not as experienced, who doesn't have 26 years of design experience, they're asking questions. I'm answering their questions. So you are going, my classes are different. I promise you, they're not anything that you've ever experienced. So if another class has this mind block for you where you think that you can't learn via videos, $5.63, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. She says, if you really want to utilize Silhouette Studio, you will not regret enrolling in her Silhouette Studio course. Ask me how I know. I'm telling you, my approach to teaching is way different than anything you've ever experienced. Okay, so the machine and the program are also 2 different things. Machine and program, 2 different things. They are not the same. Because when you're trying to learn the program, like learn the machine and how to cut, I'm not teaching designing. I'm not teaching how to set this up. Whenever somebody comes to me and they say they want to learn the program, I provide pre-made elements that you will download, and we will go from that so that I can explain cut setting, speed, all those things. But they are not the same. I do not teach program and machine in a one-on-one session. We will be there forever. She says it's really like a one-on-one with her, even though it's in a class, because she breaks everything down and still answers all the questions. You can't go wrong. I'm telling you, my classes are set up different. If you've never had a class with me, join us tonight and you will see It's a totally different experience. I highly recommend, I'm just telling you, like being straight up, enroll in tonight's class. Get at least some of the foundation. Get some of it. Now, in this class, 2563, you cannot beat that. And it'll probably answer some of the questions that you have. And it's going to make your one-on-one session that much more great because you're going to come with questions. When it comes to one-on-one sessions, I'm not preparing a syllabus to teach you the way that I'm going to teach this class and how it's broken down. I'm not doing that. It's normally based off of specific questions that people have, and I address those things. If you wanted what I'm teaching tonight personalized for you and want me to go through it, it's going to be way more than 5365. Way more than that for me to go and create a lesson plan specifically for you. So join tonight, and then that one-on-one session, we can answer and you can get clarity. Okay? All right, any other questions about Canva? I'm about to get off because we start I'm about to start the Zoom, and then we start officially. We always have a 10-minute grace period so that people can get in the room. And then we kind of go from there. And there are my students. They're starting to come in. They are starting to come in. Any questions before I go? They are all piling into the room. In 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. If there are no questions, hopefully I will see you guys in the room. I'm telling you, it's an experience you don't want to miss. I teach totally different. What you see in live sessions, it's that, but being able to unmute and ask your questions and get it answered in real time to get a full understanding, it's just totally different. It really is different. I'm just as detailed as I am here, but when I don't have to stop and wait for you to comment and it's continuity in it. You get to share your screen at times. So it's, like I said, it's just a totally different experience being in a group class session with me. And even when you're watching the playbacks, because I don't edit it down, you get access to the entire session. So every question that someone asks, if they had to share their screen, you get access to it all. Okay. All right. I don't see any new questions. Tonight, we are going over all things. When I say all things, but it's Canva 101. It's giving you an understanding of Canva. If you are already enrolled in the Creative Lounge, it is included with your subscription. If you are not in the Creative Lounge and you just want to kind of experience a class with me and just attend the Canva one, it is $25.63 if you're going to do a one-time payment. If you're going to use buy now, pay later options such as Sezzle, Klarna, Afterpay, Shop Pay, or PayPal, buy now, pay later, it's $30.65. You're going to pay $7.66 today and get full access to the training and the playbacks just by paying $7.66 today if you go and you sign up through Klarna or Afterpay. Okay. But it's about all things Canva and just getting a real understanding of this software and how it works. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Peace.